pretty close.
That was a good one.
So, welcome to episode 44 of What Are You Drinking Now here at the office.
I got you, homies.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Yeah, Josh.
Josh is here.
Josh came out of the his own personal quarantine. He's back. We've talked him back into the underground bunker beneath the office, our coronavirus-proof bunker.
Absolutely.
So like I said, this is episode 44. I know some people are stressing out about about everything going on, so we kind of try to take an hour or so to make it a little light, keep a little happy, laugh a little bit.
And drink a little bit.
Because that's going to help with all the others. So my palate cleanser night is the Sweetwater Georgia Brown. Nice little smooth, easy to quaff beer. What you got there?
I have St. Polly's Girl. Just a pretty standard German style lager.
Another easy
Nice and
one.
clean.
Session IPA, baby. Keeping it real.
Who's that from?
That's Edward Teach, keeping it local.
Local. There you go.
And they're up and running, by the way. You can get cans of beer. And if you want us to get you some cans of beer while you're locked down, we'll do it.
Yeah, we can. Just as a side note, everything in our inventory, beer and wine, can be ordered online. You can drive up to the parking lot. We'll just walk it out to you. We got it already.
And
Josh.
I am drinking the Bell's Oberon.
Oh wow!
Nice.
Normally you're on the
cider.
side. Yeah.
I figured I'd throw everybody for a loop since I'm back this week. Not a huge fan of wit beers nowadays, but this was the first craft beer I ever drank.
Yeah.
Like, I was not of age to drink, so I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus who gave it to me years ago. This is years ago. But it has a very special place, Mark. I've drank a lot of this. It's really good.
Cool.
Last year they came out with this really cool retro little pony keg.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see it? It was really awesome. It was
It's
fun.
like the ones they do for the hop slam.
Yeah, very similar. And it had all these crazy awesome colors. It had this cool beach scene on it.
Cool.
Cool beer.
Oberon's a really world-class beer.
All right, so we have
See if I can get the rest of this beer in my glass.
We have 3 beers to try tonight. So who had the least offensive one?
Oh!
It might be me.
No, yeah,
What did you
mine's
grab?
kind of offensive, isn't it? Uh-oh, Josh.
Why we get red there?
Because Josh is on.
Oh, gotcha. So, are we going
What
to
did you guys
start
have?
with Christina?
I have a wheat.
I think Christina's probably the best bet to get first.
Yeah. Or maybe start with
I mean, that's a close one. Honey has brought
sour
decision
or a
for
wheat?
it.
It's wheat beer lager versus sour fruit.
Let's go with the sour.
sour.
Sour first.
Yeah, I want to do sour first.
Oh,
You guys got a beer
carnival.
popper down
Yummy,
there, don't
yummy,
you, somewhere on
yummy.
the table?
I do. The best wine key in the world.
You guys need some glasses?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Nice.
Oh, we have one
Who-
extra.
so who's
Yeah,
beer?
you can drink your
So whose
beer.
beer is this?
This is
I
Nick's
get
beer.
this.
Yeah.
Wow, Nick picked the sour.
This is actually,
You are like
this is
impressing me
the
more and
sour
more.
that told me it was okay to drink sours.
Nick's actually impressing me more and more tonight because he's drinking a sour, or he picked a sour for us to try. This
Right choice.
This is the D9 Carnival. It is a what is the flavor profile on it?
Oh,
I think it's
man.
passion fruit.
Passion fruit,
yes.
yeah.
And D9 North Carolina brewery for us.
So first
Not
off,
very local, but
I'm going in from the bottle down to the label, like the bottle cap, the label, the everything about this just invites you into a smooth opportunity to enjoy beer. Man, sour is such a challenging category. Goza, you're in there with those sours. Man, you guys are pucker punchers, but this thing really balances it out.
This it is coming into sour season, spring. Yep, the start of nice sitting on the porch drinking sours during the hot summer sun.
That's what I feel like this is. It's
oh,
almost
this is
like
so
it's
yummy.
got a lemonade-y kind of like feel to it. I'm not gonna say the taste is limited to that of just lemonade, but just this.
Even the mouthfeel of it.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead with the feel because that's I would like to begin with. You know, we see what it looks like. It's a nice light color. small haze, little milkiness, creaminess to that, guys. Do you get that?
Not really. I get a lot of
Well, yeah, the haze and stuff I get with
a
you.
lot of effervescence. It's really bubbly. It's really
This
tart right up at the front.
yeah, this has one of my classic sour go-tos. Flavor profile. It's got to me the balsamic, but it's capped with the light fruit.
It's very yummy.
Yeah, I like that vinegary quality.
Yep.
It's pushing the levels
And
beyond
it's
citrus.
it's odd that you'll say
You got your eyes on it.
balsamic, drinking balsamic vinegar, but it really is like it's not a bad thing. It's not it's not an off-putting thing as
It's more
much
of
as
a
you think.
quality than it is anything.
So what do you
I have to say that this is definitely indicative of the American take for sour. The
Blueberry maple
sour,
stout.
the
But catch, that
acidity,
sounds delicious.
the acidity and
What's the
the
brewery on that?
taste of it is.
Sounds like me.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you, Josh. I was just trying to
Oh,
get.
it's all good. No, it's definitely a little bit more aggressive than the European sours as far as the acidity and the bite goes.
Yeah.
And I'd say that's really typical of the American style. But D9 does a really good job, and they have like a specific D9 flavor to their sours, which I love.
Yeah, we've definitely enjoyed some. Yeah, nice. I think
It's-
Summituck is either upstate New York or Maine. I can't remember. Today.
The cool thing of D9 does a lot of different sours. They do them, I think, very well because they have a wide variety.
Yeah, they
of sour
have
beers.
Whiskers on Kittens.
Mhm. That's
is
more of a
another
that's
one.
a sour blonde.
Yep.
So it doesn't quite get as tart as this Carnival. But
Right.
I think the passion fruit rounds everything out.
You said I thought that was a Lime State. I'm sorry, I interrupted you, Christine.
Oh, but
Well, I
passion
understand.
fruit to me is like a kind of mild fruit flavor.
Yeah,
So like it
definitely.
takes the tartness up front and then turns into that like kind of mildly sweet.
Is passion fruit part of like the ambrosia jam? I know this is getting
I'm not
kind of
sure.
culinary for you guys, but like we talk about all these food pairings, but honestly for me,
Okay.
like some nice like sourdough French bread with just a really good Klugra and some light ambrosia jelly with this beer would be like fucking heaven.
Some sort of creamy cheese I think would work really well with it too. Or a smoked cheese.
Borzen.
I would love to
Borzen,
go.
I like the garlic and
Borzen
herb
would be
though,
good.
but I don't think it'd be the garlic and herb one would be good with this.
Maybe a bacon jam too, if you guys are into the spicy bacon jam.
I would love some mixed greens with a very, very light
Okay.
spritzing of like a
Raspberry
white
vinaigrette.
wine vinegar.
Throw the earthiness at it. and
I
then
think,
follow the vinegar.
believe it or not, I'm gonna pass on the food and just drink the beer.
I like it.
Well, mine's already empty,
Mine's empty, so
so-
I'm ready. Does it?
So we're gonna move on to
No,
Christine. You know, when that
Oh, sorry.
That.
It takes three.
when I pour that back to like take a big swig and crush that down, that passion fruit really came out on the back of the tongue too.
And it takes, for
Well, that's
sours,
pretty
it's one of those things for me, it takes a few
It's like a
sips
whole
to start tasting on the flavors.
Yeah,
Because they're a little bit polarizing
Yeah,
right
because
up at the
that-
front.
that tart sour comes in first,
Yeah.
strong and heavy, but once it's there on your palate,
You
the
can
other flavors
really start
working through.
tasting all the
I
flavors.
agree with you 100%.
The finish is really nice on that one.
Yes, I agree.
It's a very well made beer.
It reminds me of my fifth grade girlfriend.
Alright, we're
she
gonna-
ended up-
We're gonna ignore that.
So we're gonna move on, guys. We're gonna go to the Flying Machine Brewery, another Wilmington brew.
Here, let me pass the
Can you
light
get
for
it
you.
a little bit closer? This one's called, what is it called? States of Sky. So it's a wit beer, but it's also a lager. So
So for you guys,
Oh, nice. Thank you.
I
yeah.
just want to get on camera. real quick.
I think it's brewed with orange peels.
Yeah.
Josh, once it gets to you, look at the side of that can. I think it's orange peel coriander.
Yeah,
Yeah, all wit beers are gonna be brewed with orange peel and coriander.
Oh, there you go.
It's just your.
And that
I got you.
just jumps on the nose.
Immediate orange right on the nose.
We know how to
And then
do
the
it.
coriander
There's some
too.
dribbles in the can if you guys want the rest.
Rob, you want to show them the label?
I've already done that.
Oh, okay.
And Christine likes dribbles.
Yeah, dribbles are my favorite.
Did it, hey, when you got the dribbles, was there cloudiness, was there haze, was there product there? or
There's a
yeast?
little cloudiness. I wouldn't say haze, but I would say cloudy.
I see some frost haze for sure.
Wait.
Cloudiness, yeah, I would say well described, cloudiness, just like Fancy
Orange
garlic, but-
immediately. As soon as you put your nose to the cup, you can smell the
And
oranges.
coriander's there too.
I can't quite pick it up.
It's just that little peppery on the back underneath the orange.
What's that? You know that orange that? Oh my God, we used to make the mulled wine at that one place. You guys all worked at.
It's like the Valencia orange peel.
Oh yeah.
But when you do the mulled wine and then you put the studs in it, imagine if instead of just cloves, you had like black pepper and cloves studded in a Valencia orange.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really cool. I can also get the yeast like in a big whiff on the nose too, just because wheat beers always have that typical kind of like.
Oh, the feel of
And
that's
Josh, you
amazing.
mentioned earlier you're not a huge fan of the wheat wits. I'm not either.
There's
But
a
this
pretzel
one,
in it.
wheat beers on my palate tend to be very heavy and like I'm just not a huge fan of that flavor
I
overall.
think of the four of us, I'm probably the one who likes wheat beers a
Wheat's
little
the
more.
best, yeah.
This is not a light wheat beer. I think that Christina hit on something here. Some people are looking for a light, yes, flavorful, but crisp experience. This is something that hits really doughy. It hits like a ball of dough in your stomach. To
Yeah.
me, and you
It's
might
a
have heard
little
me whisper,
biscuity.
it's like a pretzel, not biscuit, but like a pretzel in the middle.
My one little job, I have to put it this one. I think it's a little too cold.
Okay.
Okay.
So you
I can
can
see
be
that.
able to drink this beer warmer.
I think I can drink. I mean, if I do drink wheat beers, I like them warmer because it really gets the yeast doing its crazy stuff too.
So
And it plays well with the wheat because it's like a 50-50 malt bill that you release with like wheat and malt.
Josh
Would you
touches
guys
on
just
something. Yeah.
Agree that it kind of starts off more lagerish. It is
Oh,
lighter
absolutely.
right at the very beginning and then it gets heavier at the end.
The feel was lager all the way. Like I
For
get
you.
now wow, it's a wheat beer lager. Like the feel was just.
And that
It's really crisp up front, but then you get a lot more of that flavor
That
and a little
lager-
Yeah,
heavierness
yeah,
in
you
the
get
end.
the orange and the, I mean,
about frisbee ball.
you get the orange and the spices on the back end of the palate on this one. It's definitely light on the front.
I'd say the lagering approach is really cool.
Solid,
For
solid,
sure. As far as the label
Choice.
goes, what Josh said, as far as lager being the most appealing part of this, like there's wit beers out there. Not all of them are wit beer lagers. A lot of them are wit beer ales. And so this is, Weiss beer. This gets into like this whole true German style that Rob has been talking about for a couple months. It's really going to come back into surge as far as on the palate as we crawl out of sours and
Super, super hoppy,
super
hoppy.
juicy
yeah, the
IPAs,
big, super juicy, hazy IPA.
Well, in my opinion, German beers still have that nice little like bitterness, but it's just more crisp and
Yeah, and
clean.
there's definitely different styles of German beer, or even Belgian, that, they're not all the same by any means. I mean, heck, one of my favorite Belgian, or one of my favorite sours is Belgian. At the same time, one of my favorite Belgian ales and triples is Belgian.
Yeah.
One of my favorite triples is Belgian.
Some of the
The only
lagers,
Belgians I can do are the sours.
they're nice, light tasting, and I love the construction of a nice Belgian strong, but sometimes just like the powdered sugar confectionery quality just.
Rob, you gotta get some Orval in here.
But that's my personal taste. Some of those are excellent beers that just challenge me.
Yeah.
You gotta challenge
Belgian
the palate.
beers challenge me a lot.
I do love Belgians. I love every
Douglas
beer that comes
Mission.
To
out
me,
of
I think it's
Hell
the
yeah.
yeast. It's just super, super funky on my palate, and it's hard for me to get through.
And they
Sorry,
also
Tom.
add,
I
like-
should have known that. Oh man.
They add a lot of sugar to their beers.
What's up?
too.
I'm a fellow Lake Michigander.
They add a lot of sugar to them.
Yeah, so you got like the candy
So that's what
sugar,
brewers
it's
from
fermented,
Italy.
that's why it gets so clean and crisp.
Yeah.
High
Yeah,
ABV, and it has that like side, the aftertaste.
Funky aftertaste.
either-
Yeah,
What is it?
I can't ever get past
So
it.
it's
Seven.
beet sugar. So you either
It's
like
all
it
the
or
same.
you don't.
Yeah, like
It's
any sort of
Trevor's.
like German
It's a
sour, I can
it's
kind
like
of
a
get
Bell's
through because the
Derivative
sourness
of
kind of
fruit sour.
counterbalances the funkiness, but I have an issue.
Are we ready to move on to the
Oh,
third?
Yeah,
I'm getting there.
I got an empty cup, so.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are taking so long back there. Christina and I
Well,
are
you guys
pounding
poured your
ready.
beer like a full minute before us.
I'm a little.
It takes the internet like a while to pass that beer back.
So, Josh, what did you choose for us today?
Okay, so what I did is completely, absolutely different from everything we've just tried so far.
Cool.
I did the Hibernation Ale from Great Divide, English style old ale. So this is a really cool style of beer that you do not see a lot of.
I am. Josh and I had a conversation on this not too long ago. I think we've determined that I'm not a huge fan of the old style, the old English or Irish. You know, I'm not. I wasn't a fan of the Duck Rabbit Wee. Was it Wee Little or whatever?
Wee
it was?
Heavy.
Wee Heavy. I'm not a huge fan of this. I've been drinking it a few more lately.
I really enjoy this
Do
beer.
you really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really like it. There we go. I
Sorry,
have
sometimes the hands have to talk as well as the mouth. YouTube's gonna hate us, but live watchers are loving us. So.
Ooh.
I always want to tell people, you know, this show, if you want to see yourself be talked about later and you commented while we were live on Twitch, you can always watch our YouTube. We post it immediately, unedited usually. I'm just going to throw that in there with the usually.
Well, no one wants to drink live.
No,
Alright.
we are not doing YouTube live yet, but we haven't ruled it out. However, we would love to see the comments.
Sure.
Our subscriptions are going up, watches are going up. We'd love to see those comments go up. We have some live commenters going on now, and sometimes I have to bring this whole category up because if you're watching YouTube right now and you're like, who are they talking to? Besides the four of them, who else is in this room? We have live commenters online right now. And so I'm just going to give a shout out to Vikesh, who's drinking a beer out of Douglas, Michigan, Sawtug Brewing. He's drinking the Blueberry Maple Stout. So you've heard us talking about this. This is what he tells us. And so we're really stoked to have him with us. Yeah, thanks, Vikesh. Yeah.
All right, so
The Great
that was the rambling.
Just the long version. Basically, tune in live, then watch yourself later.
I thought we were done. I'm sorry.
You're never done watching yourself later.
All right, so this is the Great Divide Hibernation
ale.
Ale.
English old ale. So these are really cool styles of beer. As Rob was saying
You know the
earlier,
color.
Whoa!
Rob and I have had several discussions
Whoa!
about English beer in general, and Rob is not the hugest
Pete.
fan of the English style of beer.
Pete!
I love it. It's
He's really-
super malt heavy.
It is malt heavy.
There
Yeah.
are not a lot of
Really?
hops in this. It's like the antithesis of hoppy beer.
Oh yeah.
Even if you drink an English IPA, it's nothing like American
Can you put some
IPAs.
footy on? I just want to get headstrong and drink some more.
English people
I think you're
traditionally
already
have-
headstrong.
Yeah, English beers have never really traditionally been very hoppy. So there's lots of malt in this beer. I love it. It smells caramelly, sweet,
it's-
sticky.
You know, I think what throws me off on this style is I don't really dig caramel and smoke at the same time.
See that? Yeah, it smells like it
Not enough
almost tastes
punk
like
rocking.
burnt caramel.
But see, it's not even necessarily smoked.
It's so
malt.
good.
It's just roasted
it's
malt
like-
that's a little darker.
It's like the combination of like a spilled soda for like a week on a stadium floor with like just halfway smoked cigarettes put out there next to it. And there's only two places you can really get that compaction. And it's an English punk rock show and football. Like
It
live
I do
football.
not agree with that.
Just
See,
like-
I'm
Mass.
thinking that Nick has been to a English punk rock show, passed out on the floor, his tongue fell out, and he woke up right before a football game
It
started.
was my own band and my own team. So yeah, you had to play it. You had to play
And
it.
he got that burnt caramel from the floor because
It'll get a little. It'll singe
I
you.
love it.
It'll
It's
singe
so
you.
yummy. It's like
You guys
burnt
like
caramel
elephant? You guys
on
remember?
top of like a cookie.
It's really
Yeah.
you're eating
Yeah.
caramel popcorn, but you
Well,
drop your
Christina-
cigarette butt in the popcorn. But
I
you
don't
just
get
want to
cigarettes
throw
at
the
all,
popcorn.
you guys. Like I don't get that at all.
But
No,
here's
no,
the
I'm not
thing.
getting that from this beer.
I wanna follow Christina with her cookie metaphor because with this one, all it takes is a little sip and I get a little more cookie. There's a pint glass full of cookies
Yeah,
right in front of me.
I don't hear
What type
anybody
of
talking
cookies?
about the
Raisin
raisin.
cookies?
I get
No, it tastes
raisin.
kind of like
Your mom's favorite cookies.
a mild sugar cookie. Not the type of sugar cookie that you get at the Great Cookie Company, the one that's in the mall, because those are too sweet. But the ones like your like great aunt makes that shows up at like your random family reunion, that they're like okay, they're not great, but you eat them anyway.
I can tell you right now though that
That's
this
what
beer
this
is way too cold for this style of beer.
That's two that you've said have been too cold.
This
Two in a
one,
row even.
I said I thought
I like
the
this
first
one a
one.
little bit warm.
This one, English beers need to be.
More close to room temperature.
Take them out of the cooler and don't throw them into an ice
Ice
bucket.
bucket.
Yeah,
Well, come to the
that's-
office,
that's
get some
what-
ice cold beer. What can I tell you?
Because
good for a
English,
crisp
English
water.
beers in particular tend to do really well when they're warmed up a little bit. You want them like not fridge temp, not room temp, somewhere in between. White wine temp.
England. Wait, we're talking about England, the place that's always cold but never frozen.
I thought it was just always rainy and wet.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's like most. Never mind. That'll
There's
lead back to
euphemism
my
there.
6th grade dating experience.
So what do you taste in it that you don't like, Rob? Like what?
There's something in here that's off-putting. I want Rob to expound.
So
Just so I can try to pick it up.
there's the caramel. I got that. There's a smokiness to it, and I think Nick
Might be that.
Nick hit when he first said peat.
Like
Nick said
Scotch?
peat, yeah. And then there's a bitterness that follows directly after that.
Butterscotch.
I get the bitterness, but I like that.
So it tastes like a buttery nipple in a beer.
See, I'm not
I
an
like
ESB
that.
fan. I don't particularly care for ESBs either.
Oh, wait,
I do
but
too.
yeah,
I like them.
If you like a Fuller's, you're gonna freaking love this.
I don't like the Fuller's.
Ah.
I like ESBs.
yeah, see, because ESB is my
It's a
personal
multi bitter.
favorite.
Oh, guys, what's the one
Beer
Speckle
style.
man that, not the Speckle,
Green
but
Man
the
makes a
old,
good
the
ESB
old,
for
white
North Carolina.
label, old tricky gal.
I mean, we had Fuller's in here at one time, right?
Yeah, we had the Fuller's ESB. I was the only one to drink it.
Yeah.
Did you have the punch cans? The
No.
real soccer
The only
boys?
Fuller's I had is the vintage ale that they did.
The
The one I got
vintage,
you for Christmas.
the vintage ale
Still have it on
is.
my shelf. It's aging out because that's what I
But,
told
but
you.
Yeah,
the
it can age up to
the
10.
vintage ale is an example of this style of beer.
It's next to my bourbon
It's
counter.
Yeah.
ale.
It's just so good.
Yeah, this one is. I don't think this is on the level of the Fuller's, but the Fuller's is like that one's very.
It's an
specialty.
old ale. It's a vintage ale, yeah.
So Third Coast, you guys know that
Where's
one?
Great
Do you
Divide?
guys remember
Sounds
Third
like
Coast from out of Kalamazoo?
No.
Colorado, Denver.
Oh my God,
So
Third
this
Coast.
is a Denver brewery.
This
The
reminds
Great
me-
Divide or Great Divide.
This reminds me so much. Old Coast. That's the one you want me to say. Old Coast. This reminds me of Old Coast from Bell's. And you should know that, fuck you, because that's the mission shout out we were talking about.
It's but I genuinely like these styles of beers. It's a really cool one. Thank you, Christina.
You're welcome.
So while they're finishing up their beer, Christina and I are going to move on to the wine.
I'm done with my beer.
Hand me the other two glasses. I
Oh,
can't
you
quite
want
reach
a
them that
dirty
way.
glass?
Really?
Give me a dirty beer glass.
What? Really what?
You lied on me.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. Play the tape back.
We can, in a little bit, as soon as we finish.
So, Rob, what are we drinking?
We are drinking a red wine.
Man, I'm glad that's red.
Are you sure?
There, flying trap.
Because if you told me it was white, I feel like there was something wrong with my perception.
So we are drinking the Tribute Cabernet Sauvignon.
Oh.
This guy is out of California. Nice little embossed bottle. I don't know much about this one.
3.4.
We had it on a quick tasting. I
Ouch.
do know that I liked the wine, so I ordered a case. that was a 4.6. I'm giving it a bonus 1 point.
I figured it out, guys.
I'm giving it a bonus 1 point just because of the
Mid-tone.
flow of it.
Alright, so out of 5.4.
So 4.6 bonus 5.6. Oh, that's an awesome number out of 5.4.
That's a good, bro. That's
Yeah.
a hurt right there, man.
Yeah, that was solid. So, yeah, this is tribute wine. This is tribute is the winery. We did have a white tribute also. I think Chardonnay,
It might have been the Sauvignon Blanc.
possibly. We
Really
sold,
cool bottle.
Yeah, like I said, embossed glass with the logo there. We had the white definitely sold quickly, and then the red is selling quickly, but it's fairly.
Might keep it on.
I remember it got me good enough to order a case. So $15 a bottle, not bad. Let's get into it.
It's got a nose, brother.
As for me, Vikesh, I have not heard of Watermark Brewing.
So
Lando likes llamas. What's poppin'? This wine's about to be poppin', Lando.
hi, Hits.
No,
Lando, like from
Is he talking about?
No, Watermark.
Also then. Yeah.
Alright, so we're wine.
So
Sorry about Cash. We gotta stay on topic. But
Little,
Oh, Lando Lakes. We got some Michigan. Y'all like jazz? We love it, baby.
Lando Lakes, not Lando Lakes.
Yeah, well, he's a freaking St. Pauli popper with his trombone. What do you want me to say?
All right, so
Lando Lakes, St. Pauli popper.
notice on this right now, off the top, big fruit, but it does come through hot.
yeah, it
Comes
comes
in
through a
hot.
little spicy.
And oaky. Like the
Spicy,
oak,
oaky, yep.
the oak comes out right there on the nose.
Take a sip because it's
Yeah.
gonna surprise you.
There's leather there on the nose too.
Mm-hmm.
Take
There's
a sip, it's
oh,
going to
there's
There's a lot I
surprise
like about this one. The nose is a little bit of a challenge, but I dug through it and it was very inviting and it gets me in. The first sip is just pleasure with texture.
you. Very,
Satin.
very
You guys, we don't
clean.
talk about this very often, but satin.
Lot
I
of
was gonna say
vanilla.
velvet.
Leather,
Lot of
velvet,
vanilla.
satin. Very fabricy. Just some-
Mildly sweet.
Yeah.
So, all right, so this has got a lot of vanilla on it. There's some tannins on there, but it doesn't have huge cab tannins. It's like it's been in almost oaked to the point where it rounds out and pulls tannins out.
Yeah, we'll get rid of that.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy, can't do that.
You suck. And you can only wish.
We'll let you tell her too.
So, unfortunately, from how you're looking at the camera, I think you meant the right.
YouTube rockers, we're just gonna
What is that, the reverse troll?
move on. Yeah, reverse trolling is exactly. That's
So,
my favorite.
like I said, I think this has been on oak a long time.
Yeah, it's really woody.
Very well-rounded. Lot of, like I said, a lot of vanilla coming through.
You know when you open up the cedar chest and then you
Yes.
like smell it
Oh yeah.
and you
there
can
go.
almost taste the way it smells?
Yes,
I get that very lightly on the end.
Yeah.
Djibouti.
Jesus. Come on, people.
What's the capital of Djibouti, guys? Djibouti.
Yeah, I got this shade just for you. I knew somebody was going to show up liking it.
I feel like Lando Lakes is just kind of getting in on some humor.
So,
you're all right. We're not gonna hate on you.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I was trying to think what type of juiciness we're looking at. I agree, blackberry.
Yeah, let's get into the fruits a little bit. Let's dig it out. Let's get it.
I almost. This is going to be weird. I almost get like a little bit of apple there.
Okay, some orchard behind the vineyard.
Yeah.
I was gonna go blackberry and cherry.
I'm still on the vine. See, I'm with her on this. But cherry's a tree, so there's some orchard behind the vineyard. Like,
I got to find out more about
I
this
guess
winery.
I kind of get like old, like wrinkly red apple skin
the tannin
almost
is
for.
tight. It's very like.
Red apples are the worst apples.
Does it?
No, not all red apples.
There's no
are bad.
Velcro to this tannin.
No, but
It hits like a
not
director's
great.
cue. You know
I'm
what I
not,
mean?
I'm
Like,
not talking about like what is it, red delicious. I'm talking about all the other kinds of apples that are red. that
Alright, go ahead and close them out.
maybe
They're
do you guys get
big.
Slatey? Do you get some Slate on here? Yeah, close the lid on this.
Both of them.
Both of them. Bye guys, you ruined it.
Let's see. Bye. Now I get it. Oh damn. Here, let me try it. Bye.
Okay, bye.
I was almost counting on the fact that maybe we could do some like reverse trolling, but I guess we can't do that.
Nope. So anyway, back to the wine.
Yeah.
Like I said, I get a maybe not.
There's something on the nose that I can't quite put my finger on.
You showed him Get the bit. There's floral and slate. Are you guys getting like wildflower and slate? Not even wildflower, like garden
I'm
box
not getting
flowers.
any slate. Not
And
like
you're
no.
not
I'm
getting
not
snow.
getting either of those.
Okay.
Even like
I'll punch through. I'll get through.
back of the palate and going down, I'm still getting some type of.
Something, and I can't quite figure it out.
I want to say like a fruit tree, like an apple, maybe pear. No.
I don't eat pears, so I don't know what they taste like.
I'm getting a lot of date.
I'll follow that.
Okay.
A lot of date, especially on the
Okay.
finish.
Okay.
Like desert palm
And
oasis.
it's figgy. Figgy and
Fig.
Yeah, fig.
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 Oh my god, that's exactly what it is.
I'll give. Yeah, definitely fig. That'll take the
So-
apple away. That's
so
what
My
because
husband.
there was a little spice there, but it
Just
has
a
this
little bit,
little,
but it's like
little sweetness that was like.
fig's
I
like
get
the
you on
pear
the
apple.
spice though,
Yeah.
Rob. I'd like to
Yeah,
chase
it's
that
like
down.
figgy datey.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is because my husband's grandparents had this huge fig tree in their backyard, and when it's like full fig season, right at the end they fall off, they hit the ground, and they start rotting. But they put off this crazy smell, like really. That's exactly what that is.
Yeah, as you drink it, like once
Like,
you think about things,
I
you
could
can't
smell
really
something
taste
on the
it.
nose, and I
Yeah.
couldn't figure it out, and that's what it is. It smells like Jack and Nana's backyard during fig season.
Yeah, I mean it tastes like a fig, like but it's like the best way possible.
Mhm.
It is.
I love figs.
Are you sure they weren't making hooch?
Yeah, I'm sure.
It smells like fig hooch. No,
It's-
fig.
It's really yummy,
The
puzzling,
grand hooch.
So
which makes it fun.
yeah, because it took so long to get that last one little flavor that we were all trying to get, that one little smell that we were all trying to get. Like Christina said, it makes it fun.
And that's also why you should drink with people.
Yeah, drinking
yeah.
wine with friends is
Your
it always
cat
leads into
counts.
So,
conversations.
guys, can we bring this up while you guys say this? Because I didn't know this subject if we get there. Drinking online with friends. How do we feel about this? Is this a good thing? Should we talk to each other over the line and get similar bottles, taste together?
Yeah, do this with your friends. We're in quarantine right now. Literally, get on FaceTime. I'm an Apple person, so get on FaceTime and like jump on a group with people and have everybody go to the store, grab the same beer, the same bottle of wine, and sit and talk with everybody that
Yep.
way. It's a way
You
to
know what?
connect.
Can I follow up what Christina said? If you feel like you're unable to connect with people and you want to share this experience, go ahead and connect your video with ours. Show us what your experience. What are you drinking now?
Yeah.
Because that's really our point here. Is we want to know what are you drinking? How does it taste? How does it feel? Because is this something I should try? Because generally the answer is yeah. Go ahead, try it. You're human. Get into it. But sometimes the answer is oh my God, do not touch that bottle of wine. Have you
Yeah.
See,
seen
for
that
me, I'm
Colin Berry?
opposite though. Like, even
Yeah.
though I don't know what your taste buds are, for me, I didn't love it, but this is why I didn't like it. So, like, I think everything's worth a try.
There's so many tastes I've been able to experience just because of the show.
Yeah.
The fact that I taste this bottle of wine the way I do is almost a result of this show. And I think this is the hardest part to get across to new tasters, is what it means to develop a palate. Almost a year now, guys, I've been tasting on the show. The way that I'm able to dig into a glass of red wine versus where I began just a year ago, it's amazing
So,
distance. What
I
I'm saying
want to cut Nick off because he's bringing up a point, but I want to hit on it as an experience of watching Nick taste wines. So there's two different wine tasting Nicks that I've noticed. One, when him and I are tasting with Rips, he's always very stoic and stiff, and he tastes, and he's very particular on he tries to name every single taste he can get out of the wine. He starts going into this and that about everything. But then when we're here on this, he's more relaxed and he's talking about what he's experiencing, not necessarily pulling out every minute detail. He's talking about his experience while drinking it. Two different types or two different drinking, tasting people. Same guy, but yeah, it's two different experiences.
Two thumbs, right, Rob?
That's right.
What is the ABV on this? Because it
I
smells hot,
It
but it
smells
doesn't
hot.
taste hot.
Yeah, you know what? I'm
What
glad
is
you
it?
asked.
14.7?
14.
14.
So this feels and tastes on the initial outset. Sorry, Rob. I was busy talking to Josh. We were doing the text, trying to follow the trace on the haters, and basically, I thought for a second you poured me a Pinot Noir from California.
Yeah.
For my first sip, it was like, whoa.
Like,
this
I don't
is-
even
this
know
is
what you
super
actually
light.
poured.
It's a really light bodied cab.
So it is a light body cab, but it's still not as light bodied as the Pinot Noir.
No, it's not.
But I'm sure this thing spends like months and months on oak.
Is this from
That's where
Cali?
that it is
This- Yeah.
It's where that vanilla comes in from it, and it just
a little woody, but it's
Yeah.
not like
Is that
it's not like
American
chewing
or-
on a wood chip, but like it's
oh no, I
definitely
bet it is
there.
American oak.
No,
That's
no,
what
without a
you-
doubt,
vanilla.
it's American oak.
Oh, yeah.
That is
I'd say it spends like a certain amount of months in like the fresher barrels, and they put it in neutral to round it out for a while. But I mean, it's still. I would deem this wine slightly aggressive.
What
Yeah.
part of
Sorry guys.
A solo. Free solo. By the way, guys, if
It's
you like our show, we have T-shirts available. This is a larger size. We have smaller size over there, Josh. But
You know what's really
it's got a
embarrassing about
logo,
this?
and we'll sign it if you order it through the show. We, the cast, will sign your shirt.
In light of the world
Who
that
does
we've
he
got
think
going on
we
right now, I feel like
are?
this phrase
It
is
doesn't
sensitive.
matter who we are.
Come
we
pull
are
some
who we are.
overtime here at the office.
Wait till you guys get an order from freaking
Also,
Africa.
if you buy out the rest of these T-shirts, we'll have more designs come in.
yes.
And if you'd like a pre-worn T-shirt,
Rob's already- Rob's already said he's doing tie-dye shirts.
And if he won't, I'll tie dye it for you.
Oh! Too bad you were rude. You would have heard that.
So they really don't have very much information about the wine on the bottle.
40 years ago, driven by grit, strength, and an incredible
That's how you get
bond,
crushed outside.
family transformed a wild mountainside into a thriving
This is when
winery.
we get to 53
This
minutes.
wine is a tribute to that journey. Name drop.
The problem is they don't say what AVA they're from.
Livermore and Ripon, RIPON, California.
All right, something tells me that's
Sonoma.
Can
no.
you
I
say
think
I again?
It's the Ripon. Cali.
RIPON.
so. What, Nick? You're the
Dude.
Geographer.
What's the county?
you're the map guy.
It doesn't say.
What?
How does it not say
Where's
county?
Ripon close to? Is that a sub AVA
Oh,
of
I don't even have my phone.
Carneros?
I'm thinking that's a, we talk about Black River, and that's an offshoot creek. Is that right? And we have these offshoot creeks within APA.
He's gonna just make stuff up. So
And so the key, well, no, I don't
This
know
is the
what valley that's in,
Binziger
but here's what I'm
family.
gonna say.
Stuff
Before
like that.
Rob finds out definite,
RIPON.
which I want him to, I'm gonna tell you that the altitude is the
Livermore.
attitude, okay? And as those grapes step up in altitude in those small little box canyon formations in the Northern County coast, what happens is the attitude steps up. You're able to mature the sugars at a faster rate. You get higher UV production on the skins, so your tannin levels go through the roof. You get high sugar rates. You're able to punch these out to 14.5 and plus. And that's what Russian River Valley, that's what Paso Robles, that's what perhaps this river valley is all about.
all right. So
What river are you talking about?
well, how about the San Joaquin?
San Joaquin gets up there, bro. San Joaquin's the southern reach out of the San Francisco Bay. People talk about Napa. San Joaquin goes the other way. That's commonly the lettuce valley. That is the salad bowl.
So yeah, Ripon is.
That's where the raisins grow. It should taste like raisins.
The
and dates.
raisins?
Actually, you're absolutely right. This is Cesar Chavez, March right. I should actually. Holy fudge! I should have. It's a tribute to freaking
Hello,
Cesar
Ben.
Chavez. I should have known, Rob.
No, it's a tribute to the winery. It
What,
says- it
hey
says
Ben,
right
what
on
are
the
you
bottle.
drinking now?
Well, I'm gonna drink to the workers of America. Thank you, Dolores Walter.
Oh lordy, lordy, lordy.
Alright, everybody start writing
Yeah,
your
See
so
the women look up on their iPhones.
So no, I was trying to see Ripon as far as the
like
valley.
where it was located. We're doing well.
We're doing well, Ben.
Thanks for asking.
We're holed up in the safe underground bunker, the office common wine
office.
bar, our coronavirus safe shelter. It's just the four of us. You figure that one out. So we're finishing up with the tribute. While we're doing this, why don't we go ahead with our
Start
reviews? So I think we had a Carnival first.
So Nick, why don't you start with your Carnival? What would you give it?
Carnival is actually it's one of my highest ranked sours. And so with Nick, you will quickly understand this puts me at a thumbs up, and I want to turn that thing to like 7 o'clock. And basically just tell you that sundial's open, drink this thing, get it open with some friends. You might need a few of these. This is going to be good with your cheeses and grilled meats in the sunshine, okay? Toasted baguettes, grilled meats, freaking gooey cheeses, and some of this thing, okay? Just do it, you'll see what I'm talking about. This thing's amazing. The Carnival will live inside of you once you taste it.
So you said 1.7, 1.75.
1-7.
Okay, all right. Which is pretty high for Nick. So Josh, why don't you?
Carnival, it's one thumb for me.
One thumb, okay.
Only reason it's getting one thumb for me is, as far as American sours go, I'm not a fan of the American approach to sours.
Okay.
I tend to find the Belgian or European approach, the much more subtle approach to a sour, far more in line with my personal palate.
Hey, Dragon Master, ain't seen you in a while.
What's up, Dragon Master?
What's up, Dragon?
Yeah, so no, the European approach is definitely more on.
Hi, Connor.
Don't dox people. That's bad.
Sorry, hi, Dragon. I didn't say his name.
Dragon Quester, I love your stuff, man. It's amazing. You're a great man.
So back to Josh's rating.
Jesus.
Go, Christina.
Jesus.
Either way, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead.
Just a solid one thumb.
I'm gonna retcon my one thumb to a thumb and a half, because I have been to D9 and in their brewery, and they're actually really awesome people.
I've met them. They're
they
so
have-
awesome.
They have a centrifuge. They're the only brewery with a centrifuge that I've ever even heard of.
Well, can we take a trip?
There's the guy that owns D9 has a house on the island.
Yeah, I mean they're really cool people. Like the guys that run D9 are awesome. I love
They
it.
come in and see me all the time.
And their
At-
beer's really
the
good.
other
Nice to meet you.
location.
Nice to see you. So
I-
why don't you tell them?
We're still
to come
thumbing beer
see
over
them?
lunch.
I'm a huge sour fan.
They're so cool. They're such cool people.
Like I said, the only reason I'm not giving it 2 thumbs up is because I tend to favor the European approach to sours more so than the American.
Okay.
It's out of personal flavor. It is not about the quality of the beer.
Christina.
I'm gonna go 175. This way. Okay. Because I do enjoy the more American take on the sours. I don't eat a lot of sweets. I don't do a lot of chocolates or candies or anything like that. My go-to candy is sour candy.
Yeah.
And this literally punches me right in
She
the
walks around with a bag of sour candies.
like Sour Patch Kids all day, every day. And so this has that quality of like that really polarizing punch. But then also the flavor complex on the very end is insane.
Somebody needs to take the keyboard away from Nick.
Nick. So I really enjoy this beer. This is one of my favorite D9s that's out there. It's a great sour. if you're looking to start drinking sours, I probably would not start with this.
Okay.
That is solid advice, by the way. I'm gonna second that one.
It's got a punch, but like I mentioned earlier, once you get through those first couple sips, that's when you really start getting that full flavor. But D9, you did a great job. We love it around here.
All right. So for me, I'm gonna go 1.5. I'm gonna echo Josh. So here's the thing. My sour palate, I like American sours. However, I really like European sours. For an American palate, we need to start on American sours before we go into the European sours. They are a whole new flavor profile that you can't just jump into. You've got to graduate into. This right here is getting close to wanting to bridge that gap. So, you know, this has the balsamic flavor profile of a lot of European sours. However, it's got that initial front end punch that says, oh no, I'm all American. So it's not quite the European. So I'm going to agree with Josh at a 1.5. Solid sour, $4 a bottle. It gets up there in price, and then for what we normally expect in American sours. So you're also starting to get into the trying to be European, but still solid. I definitely enjoy it. I think out of the D9 between Whiskers and this one, I much prefer this one.
125% with you on that.
Just a
Yeah,
little,
I would say
just a
Carnival
little
is
more
my
flavor
number
profile.
one. Whiskers is probably my number 2.
Stop typing.
Just another little flavor profile. Yeah. 1.5 for me on this one. So what was the next one we had?
It was mine. It was the States of Sky. Flying Machine out of Wilmington, North Carolina. States of Sky. It's that wit beer lager. We didn't even talk about the ABV earlier. It's a 5.5. Pretty standard kind of beer profile. For me, it's not my favorite style, but it did surprise me on how light and crisp it was. So I think I'm gonna go a 1.25 for me. 1.25. Nice orange notes right on the nose. Really clean, really crisp. Just not my favorite ending, like the finishing flavor. A little bit more coriander than I personally like. That's why I tend to stay away from these style beers. So, solid beer if you like a wit beer, if you like a crisp, light, mildly spicy beer, this is a go-to. I mean, it's fine. It's just kind of like with Josh and his sour, it's more preference than anything. I think it is a solid beer. It's just not my personal style.
Okay. For me, I'm going to go with a 1 on it. There's a couple things on this. As an example of a wit beer, I think it's solid. I think it has the orange, the coriander. It's there on the nose, it's on the palate. Light and crisp on the front end. However, my big thing as a retailer,
the label.
This label does not sell the can. So if you're familiar with Flying Machine's labels, one, they always have Flying Machine on the front of the can. They always have it embossed. They have a nice little, it's silver on whatever color's going on. It's a cut out embossed label.
Usually very, very bright.
Yes, this gets your eye, but you're looking at a blank can. And then down the corner you see Flying Machine, and then you have to turn it around, and then you see States of Sky. So that's taken away for me. I think it's a solid little wit beer. Other than that, I'm just going to give it a 1. I think if they change the label up as the retailer to me, it's going to up my rating on it.
Yeah.
Well, You know, surprisingly, the label told me which brand I was shopping. I already knew it was Flying Machine. I just took a good look. I had the advantage of being able to stock it, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, you
once
wouldn't
I
have that.
saw the label, I knew what beers it was competing with. And it told me, number one, Josh was drinking Bell's Oberon tonight as his palate cleanser, and I'd really love to hear when we get to him how he thought it stacked up against that. Another one is there's the Blue Man out there. We all talked about it. The blue on the label just and there was like this moon sun thing, but it told me it's like the blue moon for the daytime. That's like what I got out of this, and like a rock climber would like this. And all these things were true because I climb rocks. I drink beer during the day. I grill out. I like this beer. I don't even necessarily like wheat beers, but I like this beer.
Yeah, I was surprised by it.
I'm gonna give it a 165.
165.
Going high tonight.
All right.
Josh?
So, what I would say about this beer, go ahead and get the rating out of the way, then I can explain everything about what I'm about to say. It's a thumb. Just one thumb. Flying Machine, you know I love you. This is a solid beer. My rating tonight is based on the fact that, one, I don't know that we had it the way that you want this beer to be presented. So I've done work for Flying Machine for the unnamed company that I work for, and I know that you guys are very big about the presentation of your beer.
Presentation, glass, shape,
I
they
don't
really are.
know
I agree.
that we had it presented the way that you wanted. So I feel like that would impact my viewpoint on it. So it's getting one thumb out of a can and like in an ice bucket into a glass.
Yeah.
Other than that, very solid wit style. I prefer the ale aspect to a wit beer. Simply because I like a little bit more of the funky yeast notes. If I'm going to drink a wheat beer, I want some more funk.
And I think that's what surprised me, Josh, is because I was expecting to get some of that and I didn't.
It's too clean. Like I wanted.
And that's what I kind of appreciated about it. That's where shows are like.
It's like you bought a Snoop Dogg record from Walmart and you're disappointed on the ride home.
S-N-D-O-double-G.
Alright.
Oh, I missed some letters in that.
So that brings us to the Hibernation Great Divide, which I believe was yours, Josh.
Josh, go ahead.
No, that was mine. I love this beer. I love this style of beer. For these guys, I'm going to give them a thumb and a nub. That is 1.15 out of 2.
That's 1.25.
A nub,
It's
not
like
a
it's
quarter.
like-
You
it's like a
said a
mini-
nub.
It's like a nub of a nub.
Nub
you
and
know?
nub, alright. Your nubs are smaller than other nubs.
Oh, we don't
Do you have any answer?
Let's
Any
not even
explanation
go-
for this?
Let's not even go there.
Alright, so why you're one and
1.15 nub. I love this style of beer. I love this brewery. I don't think this is the best representation of this style of beer. As you heard Christina and I literally talking about another example of an old ale on the stream that we thought was far superior. I don't think it's the best example of it, but it is good. It is true to style, executed perfectly. My perception of it is not 100%, but execution, excellent. Raisiny, malty, not hoppy. Could I age this in the cellar? Absolutely. And what I want to see.
You really think that will age?
It will. I guarantee it will. Because what was the ABV on it? Because we never actually
The
discussed
hops
it.
are not gonna run out. They're tight. I actually just figured out my speech. Thank you.
8.7.
Yeah,
It's
so
a big boy.
It's a big boy beer, and it will age relatively well for a year or two. I'd love to come back to this beer in a year or two to see how it develops.
Is that why the name is Hibernation?
How are you thumbing it out?
I probably would have something to do with it. Old ales do have a tendency to be aged.
Not
and
like
age well.
not like us hibernating over winter, but the beer hibernates.
Yeah.
That just blew my mind a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not
Okay.
gonna lie.
What's
So
blow my
I'm going
mind?
to jump in on that. Sorry, Nick. for me, I'm just gonna get mine out of the way because we all know I didn't like the style. I'm not a big fan of. Thinking the hibernation thing through may have upped my opinion of it a little bit. I was going to give it a half a thumb. Maybe I'll give it a,
thumb and a nub.
3/4 of a thumb, just to see. Maybe I'll get a can and put it back in the back of the fridge for a year.
This is the epitome of a vertical tasting beer. Like
Yeah.
this is something you want to stock.
All right, maybe I'll grab 2 cans. I'll put them in the back of the refrigerator and not drink them for a couple years.
It's young.
One next year, one the year after, just to see.
Send it to college.
The hibernation aspect literally it blew my mind.
Yeah, send it to college. See what it's like when it comes back.
There you go.
Send it to college.
Nick?
What I was gonna say is, Josh, I already knew what you were talking about because I tasted it a couple months ago and it was lively as fuck. The malt, it scared me away. And now I tasted it, it was like pizza crust. And this pizza crust was the foundation on which I was able to palate some amazing red wine. And there are very few of these out there. But this is what I would call a transition beer. All right, you guys ready for this? This is the beer that says, I've had a few beers, I'm ready to drink this beer and try some wine. And this is the one you get, guys, when you get charged up, you're already down for the count, you already wanted to stay home, you beat your buddy in hockey. What do you go around for? You drink a hibernational, you have a bottle of red wine, some fucking thick crust, Chicago style, cheese deep. So you cheese deep with 4 of your best buddies, a bottle of red wine later, you hit the club, you're feeling good.
Can someone shove a Chicago dog in his mouth?
Okay.
Christina, I think.
How you slice that gaboo?
So mine was going to be just a 1 as well. Just because of the exact same reason Josh had mentioned is that this is a great representation of this beer, but not quite as good as I've had in the past. But you blew my mind, so it jumped it up a little bit more. I'm gonna go 1-2-5.
The whole hibernation thing.
The hibernate this beer. What? Like seriously, it's got this wonderful caramel flavor. It's a really nice beer. I enjoy this beer a lot. Like I said, I had one last week.
And I will. I'll get a couple of them and put them in the back of the cooler. And
We're gonna have to set up a vertical tasting on some beers.
Super excited.
Vertical shelf.
I had a luxury.
Smoked oysters.
so mark this date. Coronavirus
Smoked oysters with that.
0.2 or 2.0.
No coronavirus
And
2.0.
3
None of
Corona
us are
episodes.
sick. There's nothing about the virus.
3
So,
Corona episodes. No
so that's
one
gonna-
has gone to the hospital.
That's gonna move us on. That's gonna move us on to tribute.
Get through
the
it, people.
cab.
Thank you, America.
So this is out of California. It's 2016. $15 a bottle and 14% ABV. So this is from the San Joaquin Valley apparently. Single vineyard. Nice little grapes going in this bottle, I think. A lot of oak. So if you're looking for the California cab, it's going to be the big tannic, monster that's going to
Like super peppery.
yeah, and you're gonna have a lot of fat going on with the steak and stuff. Big prime rib. Yeah.
Ribeye, baby. No prime rib.
Okay. So that's not this wine. This wine's not gonna eat into that. This is gonna be closer to heck, you might even do this with turkey. Who knows? Nice vanilla, rounded notes on it. Nice juice, nice fruit. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a 1.5. It didn't blow me away as far as a California cab is. It was interesting. It was different from a California cab. Even though it's a California cab, it was just different enough. I mean, it wasn't what I was expecting. A lot of juice, a lot of vanilla, a lot of rounded ends to it. And so 1.5 for me. Christine?
I'm following suit. I'm gonna go 1.5. I think that the only reason it pushed it up for me, I really was thinking more of like the 1.125 area. Like, but it was so puzzling. And like we sat here and had a full like genuine conversation about
that whole
and that
fig
helped
thing,
push
like,
it
you know,
forward
we're trying
a
to
little
figure out
bit.
that last flavor. And
Yeah.
that whole fig thing.
It really was interesting. It's definitely one of those ones that you could grab just to have other people taste.
Keep it up.
Especially if you're like a California cab drinker, it's definitely not typical. The only thing I would find typical about it is that blackberry note that
Hey,
you
Troy,
get.
can you play along?
I can't. I'm empty. So really cool flavor complex, but not what you anticipate out of a California cab.
Yeah.
Lots of oak. I definitely agree with that. But it's not offensive oak. Like it's there, but it's not like you're chewing on a wood chip, like I mentioned earlier. It's just it's a cool wine, definitely. I was surprised by it. Nick?
I like the wine. I'm just gonna put that out there because our list of wines that we've tasted, that short shelf is the wines Nick actually likes and wants to drink and would gladly go out and purchase and get again. Tribute, Cabernet Sauvignon. This thing tastes great. It's walk-in. It is Cabernet's front door here at the office. And we have other options. Oh, you can get one oak, you can get this, brownstone. Guys, if you are a Pinot drinker who wants to become the cab person,
Okay.
this is your
Introductory.
If you want to show up with that new cab that
it's
cab
kinda
drinkers
free-flowing.
haven't had yet, and that's fun and fruity, this is your wine.
I can see that.
Okay. If you want to serve lamb kebabs with some green pepper
Kebabs.
and some wild Vidalias, this is your wine.
Wow, damn
If you just caught some salmon or caught them a couple years ago and had them in your fridge and you're gonna break them out like you just did it, this is your wine. All I'm saying is, this is your wine. I'm gonna give it a 1.5 straight up and pass the mic.
Alrighty. Josh.
Spell more correctly. Like that's not a hard word to spell.
Josh.
T-shirt for sale, bro, and the glue.
Alright, sweet. I'm probably gonna roll with the consensus on this one, or maybe controversially a little bit lower. I hate figs.
That's why you could taste it.
I absolutely despise figs about the same amount that I despise celery. And if you put celery around me, I will hit you. Which
Do
means
you
if
think
you
that
hand me
celery
a-
has a smell?
It does. It has a smell.
My sister and my
It
mom are
has
the
a smell,
same
it has
way.
a taste, it has a texture. It
Like
has
buffalo
something,
chicken.
it
Give
has
me
something
all
that gets into
celery.
your bloodstream that makes you despise it.
Not
No,
unless you're
give it-
chicken soup
give-
manufacturer.
Give me MOAR celery.
This progressive recipe.
More.
More.
Christina and I are very good friends. We could not disagree more on this subject.
So,
What's the rating?
So I'm gonna go ahead and give it. I'm gonna give it 1.5.
Really?
But I mean, that's what.
yeah, that's pretty high for the way you're down it. So
Uh,
why did you rate it higher?
I was gonna
The
give it
experience.
1.25. The quality of the wine is there, especially for the price point. I really hate figs, so I wanted to give it 1.25. But
Right.
the oak comes through, the flavor's there. It tastes a little hot, so I can't give it the full 2. It's a really good wine for the price. The quality for the price, like that value alone is enough to give it 2. My personal disagreements with the flavor profile and the fact that I despise figs and that
Now-
fig Newton should be burned.
Now the fig was right there on the back end, though, right?
It was, but it was present throughout.
It was very present. Yeah, I'm not with
It
Josh.
was-
See, I'm not gonna
was
say
it
it's very
very
present
present?
because it
So it
took
was-
us a while to figure out what
Ah,
it
It
was.
was one of those flavors that was there. We just couldn't figure out what it was, and then
The
we figured it out.
finish is what killed it for me. Like,
Gotcha.
I've also had this one before. I've had both this one and the white one, the Sauvignon Blanc.
It was a Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah, it was a Sauv Blanc, and I do prefer the Sauv Blanc. The Tribute Sauv Blanc is really good.
Yeah.
This one's really good as well. This is a really good one.
It is
It's my
yummy.
own personal preference as to why I don't like it, and I probably won't buy more of it. But that's just me. The quality of this wine is ridiculous, and it's good. It's delicious for people that can
Like
stomach figs.
Alright, so one
Okay.
final that. Alright guys, so that would be us wrapping up episode 44.
Episode 44.
44.
Like, comment, subscribe, and if you're a troll, next time I'm going to train these guys how to
Fix-
reverse troll you. and
fix
put
your
you in
Oh,
a
we're gonna get to
place.
you. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube and or Facebook, comment what you want to see below. Like certain things that you want us to drink. If we can get them, we can get them. So like, let's have some involvement around everybody else. So
And by the way,
comment,
to
share.
the trolls that come in, the limit of stuff we will drink is alcoholic beverages.
Yeah, and so that's us for tonight. We will see you next week.
Had a great time. Looking forward to seeing you guys' comments. Subscribe, like, comment below. Thank you.
All right.
And share.
Have a good night, guys.